Road crews are busy this week, giving new life to 7 Arlington roads. We'll tell you where they're working and how long the paving project will take.
It took 18 months to witness the resurrection of Jesus Christ, superstar in Arlington. But it was worth the wait. We get an exclusive interview with Ted Neeley, superstar of stage and screen.
In Living with Coyotes, Arlington police have some tips on how Arlington residents can safely and peacefully share the same habitat with these predators.
All this and more as ACMi News starts right now.
From McLennan Park to Spy Pond, from Poets Corner to the Mystic River, we have Arlington covered. We're your neighbors, a friend you can turn to. This is ACMi News.
Hello Arlington, and welcome to ACMi News. I'm Lucas Sickner.
And I'm Alexandria Acacia. You'll recall that 2 children in Arlington were recently attacked by what might well be the same coyote earlier this month.
Arlington's police force is currently working with state environmental police to find the animal. A coyote bit a 2-year-old girl on Epping Street on September the 5th, and minutes later attacked another 2-year-old playing in the yard at Summer Hill Circle. As police try looking for the animal, they warn that someone could be feeding the coyote.
They can be nice looking animals in nature. I love nature. I'm an outdoorsman myself and what have you. But in the end, it's a wild animal and they need to stay wild. So if we get anybody out there who is feeding these animals or whatever, so part of the feeling is that there may very well be a connection. This animal is putting connection with people with food, and it's lost its natural instinct to be afraid and to stay away, and now it's making that connection. And we think there's a chance, not absolute, but we think there's a chance that there could be some people out there, oh, the coyotes are beautiful, why don't we leave some stuff out here for them, and that'll bring them around. Well, we don't want that. If you drive the streets of Arlington at night, you realize there's plenty of food out there for them. There's rabbits and there's squirrels, there's animals everywhere for them to eat. So that would be a point that we'd want to get across. We'd want to get across that, we're partnered with the environmental police and Fish and Wildlife who are helping us, but also please keep your distance, stay away. They are what they are. And just however things are working out, land is getting a little bit more scarce and we need to either live with them or not. But one of the big things is to keep your distance, stay away, look at them, but please don't try to feed them or bring them in or create any kind of a relationship. We want that. When they see us, we want them to run, is what we want.
Flynn says, as the hunt continues, he stresses that coyotes can come to perceive humans as an easy source of food if residents are leaving food out for them. And that's when you have incidents like Arlington had on September the 5th.
At this time of year, the Department of Public Works and the Arlington Fire Department flush and inspect fire hydrants to test proper operations and water quality. The DPW already flushed 20% of the town's hydrants, which at some times can cause pressure to drop and cause rusty water. If you experience rusty water in your home, town officials say this is not unsafe. They say you should run faucets until you have clean water, and do not run your hot water or do laundry until your water is clear. If problems persist, please contact the DPW dispatch at 781-316-3301.
The Citizens Bank in Arlington Heights, near the village shops, started their renovation project. The property at 1416 through 1420 Mass Ave has been demolished over the past week, and a new and improved Citizens Bank will be resurrected in its place. The property will see significant site improvements in architectural elevation and increased pedestrian safety. Although traffic conditions and parking accessibility are expected to remain the same.
Arlington crews are doing what they can do to extend the life of 7 Arlington roads before the colder weather sets in. Workers are conducting pavement sealing work on the asphalt from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on September 23rd and 24th. Motorists are being asked to avoid the work areas if at all possible. Police will have new details on hand to direct residents to and from their homes. The 7 roads affected are Davis Avenue, Draper Avenue, Fairview Avenue, Ivy Circle, Joyce Road, Kimball Road, and Yerkes Road. If rain is in the forecast, which looks like it might be the case, the road work may extend onto the week of September 27th. If you have any questions, call the Town of Arlington Engineering Division at 781-316-3320.
Town leaders joined Chamber of Commerce members on Tuesday, September 21st, to take a look back at recent months and forward to the coming year. ACMi news intern Nicole Garay, who is making her cable debut, is here with the takeaways from Tuesday's meeting.
On Wednesday, September 22nd, the Arlington Chamber of Commerce hosted its annual State of the Town event over Zoom. The event consisted of a panel discussion with town officials, followed by a Q&A. The event was moderated by Beth Locke, Executive Director of the Arlington Chamber of Commerce. Select Board Chairperson Stephen DeCourcy emphasized the town's resilience in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic.
We're in a situation now where we're 18 months from when we declared a local state of emergency. We've been resilient as a town. Businesses have been extremely resilient, and we want to continue to work with you to try to find ways to help you in this environment, in this ever challenging environment.
DeCourcy also talked about success stories in terms of the town's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, such as the town's support for outdoor seating at restaurants. However, he also made clear that there is still room for improvement. In the meeting, Town Manager Adam Chapdelaine discussed how funds from the American Rescue Plan Act will be set aside for small businesses.
We've put together a pretty comprehensive recommended or proposed allocation package for the $35.2 million that the town will be receiving. There's a number of eligible categories for expenditure. We have currently proposed to set aside $1.5 million for small business assistance. And this would be something not dissimilar to the program that Jenny is going to describe in just a few minutes, that was rolled out using community development block grant funds over the course of the pandemic. But our hope is that these ARPA funds would be able to provide relief and support to businesses that otherwise were ineligible for the CDBG funds.
Economic Development Coordinator Allie Carter discussed how important communication with businesses has been in helping everyone get through the COVID-19 pandemic.
One of the things that has been wonderful is the level of communication we've had with the business community. But I think through the Economic Development Recovery Task Force, we had business owners sitting down with town leadership on a regular basis, advising us on how we could shape our path through and out of and beyond this situation that we're in.
Jennifer Raitt, Director of Planning and Community Development, discussed the Community Development Block Grant Program.
We were very lucky to have been provided almost $1 million in funding through the CARES Act. And it's very critical that we have access to those funds, but the additional money that we received in CARES Act funding in 2 different tranches. So we had a broad range of supports for the community, not just the business community, but also to tenants, social service organizations, and of course our town government to be able to support everybody.
In the Q&A, Allie Carter addressed projects working to improve the appearance of Arlington's business sectors, such as the Sidewalk Project, the Broadway Plaza Project, and the Whittemore Park Revitalization Project.
But we have been having more in-depth conversations with folks in the community about this recently. We actually had a walkthrough a couple weeks ago with the DPW director and staff from the town manager's office and myself and Jenny in Arlington Center to really look at the conditions on the ground and have people point out their, concerns in real life to us. And I admit that I'm here all the time, but that was an eye-opening experience because you all are out there every day and your customers come in and you see the problems firsthand.
To learn more about Arlington's ARPA framework, visit the town website at arlingtonma.gov. More information about the Arlington Chamber of Commerce can be found on their website at arlcc.org. For ACMi News, I'm Nicole Garay.
Fall is here, which means we're one step closer to the holidays, shopping that is. And Arlington has begun the search for small business owners to take part in a brand new retail opportunity. The town of Arlington is venturing out for vendors for the first ever Pop Arlington Holiday Market. The inaugural event will be opening its doors to retailers to introduce their business to Arlington residents and visitors.
So the idea is really business recruitment to get people maybe filling some of our empty storefronts, and also just to give entrepreneurs kind of a leg up into testing Arlington as a market and feeling welcome here.
Now, vendors have less than a month to submit their applications and self-promote for spaces available for renting, but there's no business too small to apply.
We've got a range of responses from existing business owners that have brick and mortar locations somewhere else, either in town or in another town. And we also have just like local artists who make things at home or sometimes participate in other community markets and want to try something here.
For Carter, she helps link the town to the business community to keep Arlington an inviting environment for vendors. The coordinator aims to give opportunities to entrepreneurs to grow their business who otherwise may have been limited to getting permitted to sell. Now, she got the idea by connecting with the Boston Women's Market, who've actually done events here in the past, but this is the first time Arlington will be hosting the event. And in a town that runs on small businesses, she found the perfect solution to bring in new vendors.
We kind of want to give people a warm welcome to maybe ending up here more permanently, so we can use maybe town spaces like this that are closed during the holiday season to host small business owners, rather than having to pay a $400 registration fee to the town for your vacant storefront. Why don't you host a pop-up business instead?
Now, so far in the applications, Carter has seen merchants who created one-of-a-kind pieces, such as handmade jewelry, clothing, home goods, beauty care, and artwork. Business owners will be able to bring in existing customers to shop at an actual store consisting of their original products.
So the hope is that we have more foot traffic and more business for our existing businesses. It's not meant to be competitive, it's meant to be additive.
The market will run from November 26th to December 24th, just in time for the holidays, and pop-up stores will be located throughout the town. If you'd like to apply, visit surveymonkey.com/r/Pop Arlington.
Earlier this week, the Regent Theater hosted the stars of the 1973 film Jesus Christ Superstar for 3 nights of rock history on stage and on the screen. Yvonne Elliman and Ted Neeley sang their biggest hits from Superstar, Tommy, Saturday Night Fever, and more, backed by a dynamic band of all-star Boston musicians. This show was slated to run 18 months ago until COVID-19 put the brakes on it. ACMi News talked to Ted Neeley exclusively about how good it was to be back on the road, making history.
It is such a reward. I'm telling you, Yvonne and I are having such a great time just rehearsing here. We actually see people. We're not doing digital things. We've been rehearsing on the phone. She's from Hawaii, I'm from Los Angeles, and then here. So that's how we rehearsed until this Tuesday. We first met the band here, on Tuesday, you see, so people.
Neeley and Elliman also hosted a screening of the new digitally remastered version of the film Jesus Christ Superstar, September 19th, followed by a meet and greet with audience members after the screening.
That is so cool. Now we send it over to our Studio B crew for all the latest action in Arlington High School.
Here's Sol Yudowski with the latest Ponderscope.
Welcome back to this week's Ponderscope, and congratulations on making it through another week. This week, the school made updates to their COVID testing process. Instead of having students get tested on their own time, testing teams went to classrooms to conduct the clinics throughout the school day. Students who missed testing this week should go to the nursing clinic by the main office on Wednesday or Thursday, whenever you're free between 8:15 a.m. and 3:15 p.m. Starting next Monday, we will resume bringing tests to the students during class time. Please check your email and the daily post for instructions. Remember, your parent or guardian must give consent in the Power School Forms section in order for you to participate. The school is also setting up a free flu vaccination clinic for students October 4th from 3 to 5 p.m. in the cafeteria. Bring your insurance card and a completed consent form to participate. Use the link in the description below to set up an appointment today. For those who it may apply to, the picture day retakes are Tuesday, October 26th. If you did get your picture taken, don't forget to pre-order it today. You may pre-order a photo set today from mylifetouch.com using your school ID, or you can pick up a form from the dean or from the main office. In other news, if you attended the club meeting as a representative on Tuesday, be sure to keep your club updated. If you would like to have your club's news featured here at Ponderscope, be sure to message Kevin at kevin.acmitv. Thank you, and that's all for now. I'm Solidowski, and this has been the Ponderscope.
And now, check out this footage from a couple of ACMi members that show the harvest moon rising over the Boston skyline on Tuesday, September 21st. This full moon had a special meaning to some communities around the world as it marked the MidAutumn Festival, one of the major celebrations on the Chinese lunar calendar. It's quite a big deal in several countries with significant Chinese populations, while other countries celebrate their own versions of the holiday. It is observed on the 15th day of the 8th lunar month.
A tradition of the Mid-Autumn Festival, also known as the Moon Festival or Mooncake Festival, is the gifting and eating of mooncakes. The mooncake itself is meant to evoke an image of a full moon and is a prominent symbolic feature of the festival. The footage sent to us shows mooncakes made with lotus seed paste filling and salted duck egg yolk. The round egg yolk represents the moon. The roundness symbolizes completeness and being together.
We'd like to thank Wu So-Fi and Dick Coolish for sharing their amazing videos with us.
And for teaching us a little something about the Mid-Autumn Festival.
That'll do it for this week's newscast. For the cast and crew of ACMi News, I'm Alexandria Acacia.
And I'm Lucas Sickner. We'll see you next time.
You can always check out our latest segments and newscasts on the web at acmi.tv/news. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ACMi News. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You'll find us at youtube.com/ACMi News. If you have any news tips for us or wish to become a citizen journalist, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at news@acmi.tv or stop by ACMI Studio A at 85 Park Avenue.